Is it working? This is a really incredibly, this is a beautiful, hello. I'm very excited. We're going to talk about the PPG today. This is the very first wavetable synth ever made. It's the PPG Wave. There was the PPG, then the PPG 2.2, and then the PPG 2.3. This is a 2.3, so it's probably 1982 or so. This introduced the world to wavetable synthesis. In the early days of polyphonic analog synthesis, you kind of had, you could pick a sine wave or a triangle wave, or a pulse wave, and you would play your chord, and that would be. And then later, you could sort of modulate that. Here, you have 64 steps in a wavetable, so you hold one note. And listen to this; it's so beautiful sounding. Let's just okay. And so you can either pick a wave, and then that will be your sound, okay, or you can modulate it. So you can hear the other waves coming in. Right? This is the first time in the world that ever heard this. So it's a little bumpy, but that's the beauty of it. And you can cut away some of this by turning down taking down the cutoff frequency, and it will sound smoother. But I just wanted you to hear, like when you open the filter all the way, right? It can be quite jarring. Pure beauty. And then, so we'll dial it back a little and turn down the cutoff. Right, you get this beautiful, this is the charm of these early digital synthesizers. So you have, and also it's a hybrid, right? So you have digital oscillators, but then you have an analog filter, an SSM filter, and then analog VCAs. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. 8 voice. The synth is truly one of the great joys in the history of synthesis. Played famously by Thomas Dolby. Everybody in the early 80s played this synth, but I kind of think of Thomas Dolby when I think of this because he was probably the one most well known for playing it, but it was used by lots of people in the 80s and beyond. And it was developed by a guy named Wolfgang, who I believe goes on the Mount Rushmore of synthesizer developers along with Moog and Perlman and Dave Smith. I think Wolfgang was a real genius. And the thing that's even, this last thought is, computer technology and synthesis was so in its early stages. What he got out of this thing, the tiny brain that's probably in this, to be able to sweep through 64 steps in 2 oscillators is just so incredible.